Okay, welcome back. This time I would like to cover an SME company, which is a small and medium enterprises company, and we are covering ABH Healthcare, which is actually going public on the 28th of August this week, and it remains open for subscription between 24th August and 27th August. The unique thing about this particular company is that it is only and only located within the Ferozepur district of Punjab. Uh, they have mentioned it quite specifically that it's a group of hospitals, or rather, it is a hospital that is only located within the Ferozepur district of Punjab, and it is sort of specialized within affordable healthcare market for people in Punjab. So I'm assuming people like within the Ferozepur district as well as neighboring districts within Punjab would be aware of this hospital, which is the Anil Baghi Hospital, is what I would be speculating, like based off of what's available in the internet about this particular hospital and this particular company. What I would like to mention quite right away is that this company is entirely issuing a fresh issue of capital of 35 crores within the National Stock Exchange small and medium enterprises market. The thing is, what I think is a red flag to me, which I think would be worth knowing for somebody who's investing in the SME market, is that almost entirely, I would like to say, from the uh, from the capital that it's seeking from the public markets, about 17 crores is going into repayment or prepayment of certain borrowings, which is basically debt. So almost like on a ratio, if you think about it, 17 crores from 35 or 38 crores that it is sort of like 38 crores, yeah, 35 crores that it's sort of issuing as capital from the public markets. Almost 17 of those crores are going into repayment of debt. Uh, and I think they've only declared 22 crores amongst the 35 crores for for the reasons behind why they want to go public. Another 5 crores is towards working capital requirements, which is perfectly understandable because it's a healthcare company. They might need to have capital expansions across the hospital, across different verticals within the hospital. Perhaps hiring new manpower, perhaps investing in better kind of healthcare units. Could be various reasons. So I think the second reason makes sense to me, but then the first reason seems to be something that I'm a little concerned with as a research analyst, because I would be very curious to know how much of my money is going into which part of the business when I'm investing in a company. So this is worthwhile knowing if somebody is interested in this company, which is the Anil Bhagi Healthcare Hospital within the Ferozepur district of Punjab. So that's it for my thoughts for today. This is a quick video. I'm glad to mention that this is an entirely uh, fresh capital. They're trying to raise fresh capital for their operations, but then as I mentioned before, I'm not wholly convinced by where that particular money is going, and they've not even declared out of the 35 crores how much of those 35 crores is like the rest 35 crores amongst like from 35 crores they've declared 22 crores to be going into certain operations, but then the rest 13 crores they've not declared the money what's being used with that money. So I think I'm a little iffy about this company. They seem to be a little dicey with where their investments are going. Having said that, I think as a part of my analysis, I would like to also start looking into the reputation of a particular investor that is running who's sort of like leading the IPO, Fedex Securities, and then Big Share Services. So I would like to know more about them, but I think it's outside the scope of this video because this is an SME company, and I think I think these companies, especially Fedex Securities, might be specializing in SME companies. So I think this would be a line of thought that I would be expanding more on whenever I'll be researching on SME companies from now on. That's it for today. These are my thoughts. Until next time.